Hey yo, peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings. How everybody doing out there? It's your kinfolk DMR, man. Back to the lab, tapping in, live from Houston, Texas. It's about let's see, it's a partly cloudy 72 in my city today. You know what I'm saying? So I hope where you at, I hope it's feeling good. We had a damn good weekend. I ain't gonna lie. I'm talking about not a cloud in the sky. To my blue, nice weather, man. Nice and kind of like in the middle of warm and cool. So shit was butter. Shit was butter. I had a wonderful weekend, fam. Hope everybody out there good. It's Monday. You know what it is. Back to the lab live. We used to be on IG, but we making ourselves very, very comfortable over here on this YouTube. It's been a real good look lately, man. I ain't gonna lie. Um, what we do here at Back to the Lab, just in case you don't know, we celebrate classic hip hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here today to, um, you know, let you know what anniversaries are coming this week. And if you don't know what to jam, I got you, man. I got you. I'm listening to something new every day. Sometimes it's some old shit. Sometimes it's some new shit. You never know, man. But I'm listening to music every day, hip hop at that. And yeah, I feel like it's my job to tap in, man, and let y'all know, what you should be bumping for the week. You know what I'm talking about? So without further ado, man, let me take these headphones off. The sound is good, so I don't really need them for the whole episode. Just want to make sure everything was sounding good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I hope everybody good. I see my man K-Man up in here tapping in. Big love to the bro K-Man, one of my day ones. Real nigga, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, I know I done asked so many times how everybody doing, man. But for real though, how everybody doing, man? I hope everybody feeling real lovely out there. Look like I got another freeze going on my screen right now, but it'll kick back in a minute. There we go. Just like I said, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I didn't get no birthdays again. No birthdays again this week, man. You know. But if you know who birthday it is, put it in the comments. Oh, now one thing I can say that today, what's today? February 26th is brother Ernie Panacoli's birthday, man. This is legendary hip hop photographer. Man, I can't even say just hip hop photographer. I mean, this dude was taking pictures of graffiti. He was taking pictures of just the trains, man. All the graffiti on the trains and everything. He was getting all those graffiti artists back in the days before he really even got into taking pictures of artists. You know what I'm saying? So big salute to Ernie Panacoli. Had a chance to meet him two occasions. On two occasions, you know what I'm saying? The first time I was just a spectator at the Grambling Museum experience where we got a chance to go to a sit down between him and Uncle Ralph McDaniels, and they chopped it up. So that was a good look right there. And then I had a special one-on-one visit with him another time I was back in New York, man, and I got a chance to pull back up at the Grambling Museum experience. And we did like a little walkthrough and chopped it up about some of the pictures and everything, man. It kind of gave me some details on his inspiration behind some of his pictures that he had. So yeah, man, I think I put it in my story. Go check that out if you want to see what that video was all about. But yeah, man, dope brother Ernie Panacola. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like I said, if y'all know who else birthday it is, just put it in the comments, man, and we'll shout them out. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, though, man, I think it's time to get to this hip hop. Every week I say I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Every week. And then it always end up being like an hour, you know what I'm saying? But how's my sound? Is my sound good? How's the ambiance? You know what I'm saying? I know I look good, you know what I'm talking about. Cher, do I look good? I appreciate that. I ain't even give her a chance to answer, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah. I mean, I love doing this shit. I love talking hip hop. I love letting y'all see my face every now and then and getting the chance to go back and forth with y'all and build a relationship, build a rapport with y'all, man. I'm not just a guy that's just posting on IG. I want y'all to know me and I want to know y'all. And that's why we here, man. That's why we here. Now, Cher said Ja Rule birthday is on the 29th. You know what I'm saying? In a couple of days. Well, 3 days. 3 days. You know, it's Ja Rule birthday. Shout out to Ja Rule, man. You know what I'm saying? Queens, get the motherfucking money. You heard me? Yeah, yeah. So let's go. Let's talk about this hip hop. Now, I don't know how I want to do this today. I don't know how I want to do this today, man. I don't know if I want to start with the old. Okay, so I put it like this. So I do have an album of the week. I do. So my album of the week isn't the youngest or the oldest album. It's kind of right in the middle. So what I'll do is let's start with let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back to 2004. So this is a 20-year anniversary right here. A 20-year anniversary. So when I first heard of this cat, I heard this cat on the Outkast album, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. You know, he was on Get Up, Get Out, and Get Something. You know what I mean? So we gonna give a big anniversary salute to CeeLo, man. CeeLo Green. You know what I'm saying? On his second album, CeeLo Green is the Soul Machine. Yes, indeed. Anybody know anything about this motherfucker right here, man? Talk to me. Talk to me. Put it in the comments. Now, I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I heard a couple of tracks. You know, I always say this, but I like to let it be known, man. I heard a couple of tracks, you know, like the singles, but I didn't know too much about the whole entire album. So I bumped it for the first time today, and it's gonna be in rotation throughout this week. And I think you should have it in rotation too. You feel me? So yeah, man, let's get into some facts. Let's get into some facts. This is, like I said, CeeLo Green from the iconic and legendary Goody Mob. Name of this album is CeeLo Green is the Soul Machine. Second album on Arista Records. All right. Now, production on this album came from quite a few heavy hitters, man. Quite a few heavy hitters. And the list goes a little something like this. The Neptunes, Organized Noise, DJ Premier, Timberland, Jazzy Faye. And that's just to name a few, man. You understand what's going on? Listen, it's not like a full rap, like spitting album. It is some rapping on here. We had this discussion once before when KRS-One called Drake. Well, no, not KRS-One. Most Def said Drake wasn't hip hop. Now, some people out there may want to put this album in that box too, but I'm not gonna let y'all do it. This is hip hop to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? This is hip hop to the fullest. I got some standout tracks on this joint, but before we get into that, let's just get into some of the features on this joint real quick. Some of the features, man. We had Pharrell on here. We had T.I. on here. Ludacris. And we all know Big Rube. You know, Big Rube that be doing the spoken word on a lot of the Dungeon Family and like Outkast, Goody Mob albums and everything like that. So listen to this album this week. The official release date was March 2nd, 2004. So this will be a 20-year album. 20-year album on March 2nd, man. Standout tracks. Let me go to my standout tracks real quick. Cause I was kind of digging this motherfucker, man. I was kind of digging this motherfucker. I can't lie. So of course, the song I'll Be Around with Timberland, you know, call me when you want me to come, when you want me to come, call me, I'll be around. You know that joint. That's one of my standout ones. I like that one. The One, produced by Jazzy Faye with T.I. on it. You know, it kind of give me an old New Orleans vibe. You know what I'm saying? You the one girl, and you the one girl. Put your finger in the half, you the one girl. Yeah, That's that joint right there, man. That's the joint. I definitely recommend that one. My next standout track, My Kind of People, featuring Jazzy Faye and Mental Malone. Definitely check that one out. It's real jazzy. Some singing on that. More singing than rapping, but definitely a banger. Definitely a banger. Next joint, I Am Selling Soul. When that beat switch up like halfway, you gonna love it, man. Thank me later. When it first come on, it's not the same beat when it get down to like halfway in the track. So keep your fingers crossed and listen to it all the way, because when that beat switch up, you're gonna love it, man. And if you don't love it, then hey, ain't nothing wrong with your ears. It's just that I feel like you will, because I was really digging it. Really digging it. And it was hard to find a standout joint, my number five standout joint, because it had a few bangers on here. But if I would have to top it off, pause with my number five standout joint, it would have to be track number 13, song called Glockapella. You know what I'm saying? And it's a full length song. It's like a 5 minute song. So I think you might like that joint right there, man. Think you might like that joint. Overall, this was a dope album. Lots of different vibes on it, lots of different tempos, sounds. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it was a dope album. Like I said, first time listening to it, but it's absolutely being put in rotation this week. And I'm gonna find some playlists for some of my standout tracks to be added to. And if you don't know about my epic playlists, go to my link tree on the IG in my IG bio. I think it's up there somewhere, but yeah, go to my link tree and find my Apple Music playlist and tell me what you think about some of them playlists I created right there, man. I like to call myself a dope curator. You know what I'm saying? So tell me what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. 20th anniversary. 20th anniversary to CeeLo Green. We want to give him his flowers, man. We want to give that brother his flowers to the max. You feel me? Yeah, man. So when did y'all first hear of CeeLo Green? Did you hear about him with Goody Mob, but did you hear about him on the Outkast album? That Get Up, Get Out, and Get Something has always been, one of them tracks, man. It's timeless. You know what I'm saying? I don't recall ever graduating at all. Sometimes I feel I'm just a disappointment to y'all. Every day I just lay around and I can't be found. Always asking, give me some, live my life like a bum. Yeah, that's why I first heard of CeeLo. So always had love for CeeLo, always had love for Goody Mob. Let me see something. Now I had a couple of debates in the past about favorite groups. A lot of my people, they favorite groups. Most people say Wu-Tang Clan is their favorite group, and I dig that. I say my favorite group is Fifth Ward Boys. That's my favorite group. But I do know that Fifth Ward Boys may not be the goats. They may not be the goats. You know what I'm saying? Who I would say the goats is when it comes to groups is Goody Mob. I'm a big Goody Mob fan. Big Goody Mob fan. No disrespect to all my peoples who say Wu-Tang is the best group ever, but I'm gonna have to give it to Goody Mob. You know what I'm saying? Because Goody Mob, them boys, they can harmonize, they can sing, they got street shit, they got conscious shit. They can make you dance. So, well, that's crazy because they had that one song, "Niggas Don't Dance No More." All they do is this, but them boys do have a way of bringing out that vibe, man, and bringing out that bop, man. When you put some of them joints on, you can't help but bop to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to Goody Mob, man. Shout out to CeeLo Green on the 20th album anniversary. All right. Um, I swear I'm not gonna hold y'all long, man. So the next joint, this one we going back to 89. We going back to 89. And if I didn't tell y'all before, let me give you a little bit more info on how I pick what albums we celebrate. So this is the year 2024. So I'm going for the albums that are reaching milestone anniversaries, like your 10, 15, 20, 25, stuff like that. Some of y'all that been rocking with me, y'all know, but just give me a moment to explain it to anybody that's new. So for this year, you'll find that all the anniversaries that we're going to be celebrating coming from either 1989, 1994, 1999, 2004, so on and so forth. All right. So having said that, we're going to go back to 89. Hey, and I see my bro Razor Blade tapping in, man. Straight up. That's my little bro right there, man, out of Brooklyn. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with Razor Blade 718 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? He got them dope nostalgic vibes, man. He take you back, from the east to the west, everything. So fuck with my little bro. Fuck with my little bro, man. All right. So yeah, let's go back to 89. A lot of y'all gonna love this right here. Now I'm gonna tell you something. It was only two joints I was feeling when this came. Well, I'm not gonna say that I was feeling. It was only two joints that I heard of back when this album had dropped. Um, I ended up becoming a fan of this group a little bit later on down the line. But when they first came out, they had two joints that I fucked with the long way. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Yo, what was that all about? I see some balloons popping up in the back. It ain't my birthday or nothing. But anyway, me, myself, and I, and Plug Tuning. And so if you don't know who we talking about none other than the iconic, the legendary, the great De La Soul, man. Rest in peace to True God. You know what I'm saying? Plug Two. Definitely want to give him his flowers, man. The brother left us too soon, man. But shout out to Maceo and shout out to Pasta the News Plug One. You know what I'm saying? These some dope dudes right here, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love De La, man. I may not be the biggest De La fan, but bro, I love me some De La, man. I love De La, especially they later work like Balloon Mind State and the Grind Date, and stuff like that. Artificial Intelligence. So the earlier stuff like 3 Feet High and Rising, I'm getting hip to it, and it's a good look that tomorrow is Tri-State Tuesday because I get to bump it all day. You know what I'm saying? That's the theme that we go by in the Hip Hop Commission. We got Midwest Mondays, Tri-State Tuesdays, West Coast or Wu-Tang Wednesday, and then we have Down South Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Thursday and Friday, you can just bump whatever you want to. I used to say Thug Life Thursday, but come on, you can bump that any day of the week, man, if you like. Don't let me tell you, but I'm just giving you an idea of a way to find something to listen to on a daily basis. It kind of helps narrow down all the options. You feel me? All right. Look, my boy say Tri-State Tuesday. Yeah, so that's getting bumped for Tri-State Tuesday tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So let me pull up my facts, man. Let me pull up my facts on this 3 Feet High and Rising. Hey, and big salute to DJ Prince Paul. You know what I'm saying? See, just last week, my album of the week was Prince Paul's A Prince Among Thieves. And then here we are this week, kind of celebrating Prince Paul again because, he produced this album. So yeah, man, let me get to the facts real quick so I can bless y'all game. You know what I'm talking about? My motherfucking Google be tripping, but I'm gonna make this motherfucker work. So this was the debut album from De La Soul. Them boys is straight from Long Island, New York City. The official release date of this album was February 6, 1989. We had to throw this in the mix before we was out of the month of February, man. We had to throw this joint in the mix. This is a classic, you know what I'm saying? A critical and commercial success, and it wasn't for everybody, but I'm just that type of dude. I like to give everybody their props. I like to give everybody their respect. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want to make sure that we got this celebration out the way before the month was over because I hated going and missing this celebration going on to the next month of March. You know what I'm saying? Because this one of them joints right here, 35 years, you have to give them their flowers. And no pun intended, because you see the flowers all over the screen, the daisy age. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, produced by Prince Paul. This was on Tommy Boy Records. Chart wise, let me see if I got some chart facts up in here. It peaked at number 15 on the Billboard 200. It also hit Belgian charts, German charts, Japanese, Swiss, and UK charts. And it did pretty damn good, man, when it comes to sales. It's certified platinum by the RIAA. And I'm pretty sure that it's well over 1 million copies sold now. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Especially uh when they got all their rights back, they got all their publishing and everything back. A lot of people just may have went and broke bread with them, man, just to make sure that they saluted them now that they music was all theirs now. You know what I'm saying? So you can't beat that. You can't beat that, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely give these boys their flowers, man. And give True Boy, his rest in peace flowers as well. So let's get to some of my standout tracks on this joint right here. I had a good time jamming this, man. Like I said, I remembered some of the songs, but some of the other joints were new to me. I was like today years old when I heard some of these other joints. But I did pick out a top 5 from this motherfucker, fam. I did, and it goes a little something like this. Oh, I see my boy Triborough up in there too, man. What up, Triborough? Brooklyn tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, Razor Blade say Plug Tuning is my shit. That was the first song I ever heard from them. I got it on one of them mixtapes, man. I can't remember the name of the mixtape, but it was back in the days, when they would make them compilation tapes and they would put a whole lot of tracks on one tape. So this tape I had, it had Public Enemy, You're Gonna Get Yours. It had Big Daddy Kane Raw. It had Plug Tuning by De La Soul, 6 in the Morning by Ice-T. Like it had a bunch of shit on that joint, man. Bunch of shit. So yeah, I was feeling that Plug Tuning. So let me just go ahead and say, so Plug Tuning is one of my standout joints. We'll make that easy. Me, myself, and I definitely, and that's also one of my daughter favorite songs. You know what I'm saying? Say No Go. Yes, I'm feeling Say No Go. I'm liking that one right there. And it sound familiar. It's almost like I heard it back in the days. Almost like I heard it back in the days, man, but it just wasn't in my memory as vividly as Plug Tuning and Me, Myself, and I. But nevertheless, this is one of my top joints. It's one of my top joints right here. And it's with the Hall and Oates sample. Yes, yes, for sure, for sure. Try. All right. Um, I know. You know what I'm saying? I know I love you better. With the Otis Redding sample on it. Whew. Yeah. Hey, my lips kind of dry. Hey, I ain't the best whistler in the world anyway. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, you get it. You get it. You see what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's a joint. And my number five, I can't remember who told me about this joint right here. But a few weeks ago, I had made a post and I said that I was making a playlist that had a ghetto theme to it. And I wanted songs that had the word ghetto in the title. And I was getting so many recommendations from people in the comments that I made a dope ass playlist of songs that have ghetto in the title, and this about a 4-hour playlist. Nothing but bangers. Saying all that to say this, Ghetto Thing is my number 5 standout track on this album. Yeah, the Ghetto Thing. Definitely feeling that joint right there. So I will say this. I feel like I missed out back in '89 by not bumping the whole thing. See, back in them days, I was young, man. I was young. I was like 13 years old. So when when it dropped, I didn't know about, oh, I want the whole album. I like the tracks that I like. You know what I'm saying? That I wasn't into saying, yo, I want to go get that whole joint. So if I heard the song on the radio or if I saw it on the video channel, I was just feeling that one song. I hadn't quite grasped the concept that these songs come from albums. I just love the songs. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all get what I'm saying. Hey, yo, shout out to Bump, man. All right, I see you tapping in, fam. I see my brother tapping in. That's my KC brother right there. Yo, I'm sending that hoodie too. I'm gonna send that hoodie tomorrow. I had to go put that motherfucker in the washing machine, man. Make sure I don't send you no funky hoodie. You know, thrift store shopping, man. You know, I'm starting to get into this thrift store shit, man. Shout out to Cher. And and shout out to what's my man name? Macklemore. Shout out to Macklemore with the thrift store song too, bro. Like Cher put me up on some shit the other day when we came back from the thrift store. Yeah, found me a dope ass Bob Marley shirt. Found a dope ass champion hoodie that bump gon' tie dye, freak that motherfucker out for me. You already know, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that everyone moves together vibe right there that he gonna put on that bitch for me. Yeah, shout out to my nigga Bump, man. That's my G. Hold up. Your ears are tuned in now. That's what matters, dang. Already, man. That's my G right there, fam. It's my G right there, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So, album of the week, fam. This is my album of the week. Usually my album of the weeks are the older joints. And like I said, it wasn't new like well, I guess you can't say it is new because it's 10 years old. It's 10 years old. And here's the thing with me. Joints gotta be 10 years old or better before we even start even trying to call it a classic. I know it might be unpopular opinion out there. I'm just saying, man. I feel like the joint gotta be 10 years old or better for it to be even considered a classic. Anybody agree with me out there? Talk to me, man. Talk to me. 10 years or better. 10 years or better. All right. So here we go. So this is a 10-year-old album. But the motherfucker's so dope. It's a dope album. But let me say this. It's got like sentimental value to me. So I know y'all might be like, oh shit, well, it may not really even be that dope. You know, he like it because it got sentimental value. No, it's still a dope album. But I bumped this shit so much during a certain time of my life that when I hear it, loads of memories start coming back to me, bro, because this was around 2014, like I say, 10-year album. And if anybody that know me out there, you know that 2014, I caught a case that changed my life forever. You know what I'm saying? I caught an aggravated assault case, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And that next year, I had to turn myself in, and I did a couple of years in prison. You know what I'm saying? But but in 2014, when shit was at its apex in the hood, this album right here was getting plenty of burn, fam. Plenty of motherfucking burn. All right. So let's do this shit. Let's do this shit. This is my album of the week, y'all. Let's go, man. Let's go. That motherfucking mastermind. That motherfucking mastermind, man. That motherfucking Rick Ross, that Rose. Y'all, talk to me, man. And everybody always say, man, Rick Ross know how to pick them beats. Rick Ross know how to pick them beats. Don't he, fam? Don't he? Oh, my bro, yeah, Chaburo. Yeah, you know. Look, my bro Razor Blade say, I'm glad you're free. Yeah, man. And say I came up with the idea back to the lab in the joint too, man. In the joint. And some of y'all might know my boy Homestead Slim, man. Shout out to Homestead Slim. You know, me and Homestead Slim met in the joint, man, And we had these talks about us doing the work in hip hop when we came home. You know, he came home and got into radio. I came home and got into content creations and you know, doing the journalism thing. I guess that's what they like to call it. And we got a chance to work together, when we came home. And, right now, my man is doing his thing, man. I cannot say I can't say enough about my nigga Slim. I can't say enough about Slim, man. Shout out to Slim, fam. All right. So y'all see it on the screen. Y'all see it. It's that motherfucking mastermind, man. Mastermind. It's a part on this motherfucker where it's an excerpt from, I guess it was like um an old speech or something that was given by somebody, and the dude said something like, it is perfectly fine to use somebody else's revenue to make your dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? You can get a lot done with someone else's money more than you can get done with your own money. You know what I mean? So don't hold on. She say save those details for the documentary. Ain't that something? Okay, yeah. Well, I said enough already anyway. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Rick Ross dropped a lot of gems on this album right here, man. A lot of fucking gems on this album, and yeah, I want to get into some of the facts on this joint. But like I said earlier, my Google tripping. There we go. Now we back. So this is Rick Ross's sixth album. Sixth album. The official release date is March 3rd, 2014. So this will make it a 10-year album. This was on Maybach Music Group, Slip and Slide Records, and distributed by Def Jam Records. Yes, indeed. And when I tell you this motherfucker was loaded with heavy hitters. Loaded with heavy hitters, man. I'm gonna try to name a few, but it's a lot of people name I want to say. So let's go. Scarface on this motherfucker. Y'all know that's my favorite MC. Jeezy on this motherfucker. Shout out to Jeezy too on the Tiny Desk concert from the other day. Wasn't the best, but I did appreciate it. I wish he would have had a more older crowd, a little OG crowd. Some people that knew some of them songs, man, they could have really vibed out with him. Kanye West was on this motherfucker. Meek Mill, Lil Wayne. Yo, bro. This a classic right here. This a classic. And I can say that, bro, because I used to bump this motherfucker every day, day in, day out. And it's 10 years old. Remember what I said about it's got to be 10 years or better. Yeah, man. So let me read y'all something real quick. Mastermind received generally positive reviews from critics. The album debuted at number one on the U.S. Billboard 200 with first week sales of 179,000 copies just in the U.S. And the album was nominated for Album of the Year at the 2014 BET Hip Hop Awards that year. All right. Mastermind is also the first of two albums Ross released in 2014. 8 months later, he had dropped the joint Hood Billionaire. So if you ever wanted to know if anybody ever dropped two albums in the same year, I know you think about DMX, but yeah, Rick Ross did it too. May not have been successful as those two that DMX dropped, but Ross gonna always come with some bangers, man. He gonna always come with some bangers. I told y'all some of the features. Now let me tell y'all some of the producers. You gonna love this, especially us that love beats and shit. Oh man, yeah, you gonna love this. Listen, man, Sky Storch, Justice League, Kanye West, Mike Will made it, Stevie J, Boy Wonder. That's just to name a few. I'm not even finna get into all of that. If you haven't heard this album, go bump this shit. If you haven't bumped it in a long time, go bump this shit, especially because the album anniversary is approaching. All right. So let me get to my top standout tracks. It was very, very difficult to pick 5 from this joint because almost everything on this motherfucker jamming. But Let's rock with it. Let's rock with it. Come on. So first one. Now this ain't in no order. It's just the order that they appear on the album. So my first standout joint is Nobody with French Montana. I love that joint simply because of the Biggie sample. You know what I'm saying? You're nobody till somebody kills you. Which let me say that Life After Death is one of the dopest double CDs ever put out. Ever put out. Some might disagree, but fuck it. This Back to the Lab. I'm gonna talk my shit. All right. Next up. Oh, and disregard Diddy all in the in the hook. He kind of like talking, you want to walk with them or you want to walk with God, nigga? Make up your goddamn mind. Diddy got a lot of shit going on right now. And I'm like, I still like the song, but yeah, whatever, whatever. Uh, Now back to my next one. The Devil Is a Lie. I seen a lot of people put that in the comments. Devil Is a Lie. That joint right there go crazy. Is it truth or is fiction? Is it truth or is fiction? Yeah, hey, that boy Hove say, welcome to the dark side. Could have got blacklist for the crack shit. White Jesus in my crock pot. I mixed the shit with some soda. Now black Jesus turned water to wine, and all I had to do was turn the stove up. East Coast. Winning that life, nigga, cheat code. Man, hey, Hove is that dude, bro. Hove is that dude. He may not be the best, the GOAT. I feel like the GOAT is Rakim. But yeah, Hove always represent on everything he own. And I like when he do joints with like street niggas because he get to get into his dope boy bag. You know what I'm saying? Some of that 560 State Street shit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely respect when Hove get on the track with like a real hood nigga because he let that dope boy shit come out. You know what I'm saying? All right, next joint. Uh, it's a lot of bangers up in here, man. I hate that I had to skip War Ready with Jeezy because that's one of my joints. Uh, but I'm gonna have to go with Supreme. You know what I'm saying? Supreme was one of them joints, man. You know what I'm saying? That was one of them joints. Uh, because that's the joint with Cat Williams and Keith Sweat. You know what I'm saying? Next joint, Sanctified. Ooh. Hey, listen. I think that Shirley Caesar. I think somebody told me that Shirley Caesar on that song doing that. I'm sanctified. I testify. He's right by my side. Hey, I think that's Shirley Caesar on there. Somebody look it up and let me know if that's Shirley Caesar or not. Because I remember doing some research back in the day, and I think that's what I came up with. But Kanye went crazy on that motherfucker. Uh, Big Sean did the hook on that motherfucker. Uh, you gotta go bump this one. Sanctified is that joint. Sanctified is that joint. Now, my number 5 standout track on this motherfucker right here. You know I had to go with the song that Scarface is on. Blessing in Disguise. And they got Zero on the hook. If you don't know about Zero, if you've been fucking with this show with Back to the Lab, you should know about Zero by now because I done talked about him before. But if you don't, I'm just gonna let you know one more time, man. Zero is an H-Town legend. He's kind of like the H-Town Nate Dogg. He can sing hooks, but he also rap his ass off too. So he's not just a singer, but he can sing his ass off and he rap his ass off. You know what I'm saying? So check out Zero. Uh, check out his catalog or whatever. And matter of fact, we celebrated a Zero album last week, The Life of Joseph W. McVeigh. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's crazy how some of these artists are coming up, week after week, in these conversations. I tell my daughter all the time, I say, this hip hop shit is connected. It's always a way to make a connection. Like you can just randomly pick two artists out of thin air, and it's some kind of way you can connect them with each other. Either they did a song before, uh, they worked with the same producer, or they had a mutual collaborator or something like that. Like yeah, just Just try it sometime. Just try it and see what I tell you. But yeah, dope album. This definitely got to be my album of the week. I know it's not an older album like most of my album of the weeks are, but yeah, man, banger, man, hell of an album. You got to go and bump this one in honor of the anniversary, the 10-year anniversary. You know what I'm saying? Rick motherfucking Rose, Mastermind. Go and check that joint out. All right. Now, this is the part of the show that I hate the most is that I have to dip, but I didn't have that many songs. I mean, I didn't have that many albums to talk about. So I guess I guess I'll give somebody a chance to pop up on this motherfucker, man. Let me know in the comments if you want me to send you the StreamYard link and you can tap in and talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? So anybody out there, if you need the StreamYard link, let me know in the comments and I'll send you the link, man. Let you pop up on the screen, let you talk your shit, man. You know? But yeah, other than that, I do want to run back through them one more time so I can let y'all know what we was talking about. First album we celebrated was CeeLo Green. Excuse me. CeeLo Green is the Soul Machine. Next up was De La Soul, 3 Feet High and Rising. You know what I'm saying? 35th anniversary on that joint. And the last one, the album of the week, was Rick Ross, Mastermind, 10-year anniversary, man. You know what I'm saying? My boy try to say send the link real quick. All right, so let me go here. We finna make this happen. We finna make this happen real quick. So how do I do it? How do I do it? I'm finna get there. Watch this. I love doing this shit, man. I love doing this shit, bro. Cause you can have these conversations with people that's all the way on the other side of the world, bro. It ain't nothing like it. It ain't nothing like it. So let me go. I got the link. Now let me send it to my guy. My Wi-Fi moving a little slow today too. Wi-Fi moving real slow. Try. Give me a second. Here we go. There it is, my brother. I just sent it to you. And I see you when you pop up on the screen. So K Man, let's see what my brother K Man say. I'm gonna have to put that Ross in rotation again. Yeah, man, it took me back, bro. That motherfucker took me back, and I was playing it last night. I had the earphones on. I was like, damn, I forgot how cold this motherfucker was, man. I forgot how cold this motherfucker was. Really, really crazy. But for real, hey yo, what's up, Rocker Bash? What it do? What it do, fam? My brother say the YouTube setup is looking good. Hey, I appreciate that, Rocker Bash. I appreciate that. Matter of fact, if you want to hop up on this motherfucker and talk your shit too, Rocker Bash, I got a few minutes. I just sent Triburo the link. He's about to tap in and chime in. So yeah, I got a little room for you, Rocker Bash. If you wanna or pause, that didn't sound too good. But yeah, if you wanna rock out, holla at me, man. That's Detroit in the building. Yes, indeed. And then when Try get up on here, man, I can fire my blunt up. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of have me a smoke break and try talking shit. Where my lighter at? Yeah, yeah. Oh, what I did with the lighter. Oh, Try on there. Okay, I'm finna bring you on. Try. Let me find the lighter real quick. What I do with the lighter? I bet you can't took it. All right. All right, hold tight, Try. I'm finna bring you on, fam. Right by my side. But it's so clear to me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, great, man. I don't know what the fuck happened to the lighter. Oh, that motherfucker was close by the whole time. Let's bring that boy Try on up in here, y'all. Let him talk his shit.
Yo, what's up?
What's the deal,
Salute,
fam?
salute.
Where
What's
you
good?
at?
Salute. Huh?
Hold up. You on the screen? Yo, it's bugging. It's bugging. Try, you there with me? Yo, what happened, fam? What happened? Y'all, come on, man. It's wilding on me. All right, y'all. Well, I don't know what
Yeah,
happened. So check. Oh, wait a minute.
I'm
I
here.
hear
I'm
my
here.
boy.
What's good?
I hear you. What's
Can
good,
you see me?
fam?
What's good, yo? Salute to the commission. Salute to you.
Man, you already know
It's
what it is.
happy.
I don't see you on the
Mm,
screen yet. It seems like it's a freeze going on, but I definitely hear you though, fam. You good?
Yeah, yeah. I'm good, man. I love what you're doing. This is well needed in hip hop, and you letting people know about your southern artists from your area, and just southern artists in general from different parts of the South. It's well needed in hip hop. It's much needed, especially over here on the East Coast. And I just want to give you your flowers for that.
No doubt, man. And then, I always try to make sure that my people down here learn about cats up y'all way and cats over
Yeah,
like on the West Coast. Cause a lot of my southern cats, like they really don't get out of the southern box as much as like I do. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
it's some hip hop heads down here, like my man K Man 51. I know he well rounded when it comes to what he likes as well. But a lot of my
right.
brothers down here don't really fuck around. So I be trying to vice versa, turn them on to NY cats and Jersey cats as
Hmm.
well. So I'm trying to do my
Yeah,
job when it come to what they call it, bridging the gap. You know what I'm saying?
right. You got to,
Bridging the
especially
regional
now
gap.
in this era where a lot, the youngsters they don't really know about the legends, and we got to be the ones now to be the hip hop gatekeepers and the curators of this culture to make sure like generations coming up know who a Zero is, know who UGK is, and Scarface, and so on and so on.
Right, right. Hey, so do me a favor, family. This is what I want to do because there's some kind of glitch going on. I want to go ahead and end this YouTube live, and we can pop back up on IG and just go ahead and just wild out a little bit on IG. You down with that? You got some time?
Yeah, 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 for sure, for
Okay, all
sure.
right, bet. So yeah, I'm gonna end this one, and
Okay,
and then I'm gonna come on over to IG, and then we just gonna rock out on IG for a little while, so I can smoke my blunt
cool.
too.
All right, cool, cool.
All right, bet, fam.
All right,
Yo,
all right.
everybody out there, man, say I appreciate y'all tapping in. I don't know what's going on. It's some kind of glitch. My screen froze, but hopefully y'all can still hear me, and y'all heard my man's try. But yeah, I'm finna go ahead and end this one. If you want to, look for me on IG within the next few minutes. We finna
Cool.
make it happen, man, and have a little bit more conversation, y'all. One
Yeah,
love.
peace.